could run with you. And from what I have heard, you do the same thing too. I wanna say forever, we could be good together. Guess misery loves company. Better to late than never. You know we could do better. So take a chance and run with me. Everywhere we go. Only you move me to the rhythm. Even if you try.
Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kelly and I upload every Wednesday and Friday. And today I'm going to be taking you through my 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. I guess like a day of my life and just how I stay organized and productive during that time. I do end up spending a lot of time in the kitchen today because honestly, that's just how life is going right now. But we're going to be making some delicious meals, getting a workout in after the morning school run, some baking, some organizing, planning. Oh, and of course, lots of cleaning and laundry that needs to be done. But first thing, I like to make my bed. And I know it's been said a million times by now, but that's truly the best way to start your day. It really doesn't take up too much time. And honestly, it just makes me feel more positive when heading into a new day when my bed is made and my room looks tidy too. Next, I like to open the blinds, which honestly, I'm not really sure why because it's still dark out at 5 a.m. But now that the bed is nice and made, I'll head into the bathroom to get ready for the day before heading downstairs and getting our school morning routine started.
Greatness in all of your adventures. You're all alone. Hold up, baby. I can sit beside you while you're going on.
Okay, so I know mornings, especially in this house on school mornings, can be really tricky trying to get a 12-year-old up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But it is really, really nice when like we're running ahead of schedule and I can actually make him some breakfast. But while I make him some breakfast, I figured I'd talk to you about today's video sponsor, BetterHelp. I've been using BetterHelp for, gosh, it's been like 3 years at this point. I started using BetterHelp when I was going through the loss of my dad and just feeling a lot of grief and feeling like I needed somebody to talk to. And I mean, we all go through things in our life, right? Like whether it's anxiety or different stresses or hard times that we go through in our life. It's human and it's just so helpful to be able to talk to a professional that can help you give you those strategies and ways to live a happier, healthier life. And I feel like that's exactly what BetterHelp was able to do for me. So it's really, really easy. You can just go online to betterhelp.com/Kelly Hosbrook. And I'll have a link for you in the description box for you as well. But there'll be a questionnaire for you to fill out. And it's so easy to get matched with one of BetterHelp's 30,000 licensed therapists. And I know for me, especially like as a mom, it can be really hard to find the time to be able to go into, see somebody every single week. And that's what I love about BetterHelp. I can do it in my own home, right online. I can do video chats or talk on the phone, or even I can like chat in like if something like comes up through the week or if I have any questions, I can talk to my therapist then as well. But if for some reason that therapist isn't the right fit for you, BetterHelp makes it very easy to switch therapists and you don't have to worry about like any of the insurance hangups or anything like that, which is another reason that I love BetterHelp. It is just so convenient and makes it just so easy to find a therapist that will help you find your way to a happier and healthier life. And again, I am one of the 4 million people who are using BetterHelp. And if you would like to give BetterHelp a try for yourself, then visit the link down in my description box below or go to betterhelp.com/Kelly Hosbrook. And by clicking on that link, you will not only be supporting this channel, but you will also be receiving 10% off your first month with BetterHelp to see if talking to a licensed therapist helps you. Now finishing up breakfast and grabbing something to make him a parfait. It is seriously the best feeling as a mom when everybody is up on time and you can actually make something fresh instead of, just like grabbing cereal bars or running out the door. And so he likes frozen strawberries and blueberries with yogurt and granola, which I'm filling up the empty container for, by the way.
Personally, I think that frozen fruit is better than fresh fruit and yogurt, but honestly, that might just be us. But Jaden is 12, so he is old enough to get ready on his own and make his own bed. But I'll just like pop into his room to make sure that he's up. And so while he has breakfast, I like to update my planner and check to see what we have for that day, which we just had basketball that night. But this is honestly my favorite time of day with minimal distractions where we can just have our morning chats. It's seriously my favorite. But now I'm just packing his lunch for the day and packing up his book bag, his water bottle, and instrument because honestly, if I don't just grab it, something will be forgotten, and I did not want to have to run up to school a second time that day. Which, by the way, so he is in 6th grade, and his school starts at 7:15, which I think is absolutely wild. I feel like mine started at around like 8:30 when I was in 6th grade because we were still in elementary school at that time, but now he's considered to be in the middle school for his school. Let me know down in the comments though, like what time did your school start in the 6th grade? Like I feel like the 7:15 start time was like more high school time, or was that just us? Let me know down in the comments. So now the school run is complete. I'm just jumping into my workout outfit and I'll be taking you through like my workout today. I have been really loving the Ladder app. It's awesome. I will talk about it more in depth when I continue doing it for a little bit longer. This is my second workout on the new app. I love that they have a really nice stretch at the beginning and a cool down at the end, but I am doing kind of like a mix of legs and arms. Honestly, I set out to do arms, but I've always just had really poor upper body strength, especially after all the surgeries on my arm. So I just switched kind of back and forth because, it's progress. And I'm just going to tell you guys, you are never going to have the motivation to work out. It's honestly more about discipline. So you kind of have to just like reframe, the way that you think about it. You have to have the discipline to work out. And I promise once you are more consistent with it, like not only will your body crave it, but you will start to see your body changing. And it just makes you feel inspired to keep going to see just how much better you can feel. And I'm on the ground, so of course getting love from the puppy. But another part of this workout that I loved is the cool down was like a posture fixing type cool down, and seriously, it just made me feel so amazing. But no matter what workout I'm doing, the last thing I like to do is hop on my spin bike for about 10 minutes, and I absolutely love this spin bike. It's seriously a game changer for me. I just love that it has like screencasting, so I can watch my favorite show, or I can listen to a podcast or music. And honestly, it's just a huge game changer. But now that I'm finished with my workout, I'm going to get started on planning for the day. And this is a new printable that I created, and I'll have it linked in the description box for you. I just started using it about a week ago, but honestly, it has been so helpful in just keeping me organized and on track for the day. And so on the left-hand side, I just put like the hourly time slots, and then I like to color code them into like different blocks just because I feel like it makes it a little less overwhelming to look at it. And honestly, I just like the way that it looks when it's colored in. And then on the right-hand side, I have just kind of like a traditional to-do list. So like anything specific that you need to get done today, just so you can kind of look at it and at a glance, kind of know what you need to get done that day. And I've said it before, but pretty sure I have some form of like undiagnosed ADHD. So this really helps me just kind of stay on track. But now that we have our to-do list done, I'm just going to go ahead and reset the kitchen because I know that I had a bunch of things that I wanted to do in the kitchen. Like I wanted to start a CrockPot meal and bake some banana bread. And so I just wanted to have the kitchen just a little bit more tidied up and get all the dishes put away just to make meal prep a little bit easier.
You know you're still the one for me, even though we are done. But we both know that we don't matter.
And of course, it would not be another Kelly video if I wasn't doing some dishes. Like, honestly, have you ever had one of those days where you feel like you don't leave the kitchen? Today was definitely one of those days. Like, you saw my to-do list. Like, I was supposed to do all the laundry and organize my closet and like do all this stuff, but somehow I hardly made out of the kitchen all day, which honestly is fine because I still end up getting a bunch done. But it was also just one of those days where I just felt like the dishes were never going to be done, just because I quickly kept refilling the sink every time that I would cook. And also because I was cooking and baking, the kitchen kept getting messed up every time that I wipe it down. And so when I started to feel like this, I, one, tried to put on something that I want to watch or listen to. Two, I love using my essential oil diffuser and using my favorite scents, but also trying to remember that I am grateful for these dishes. I'm grateful for my family that uses them. You know, like we're all here and healthy together. Like those kinds of things help when you're like in the, oh my gosh, I do not want to do this mindset, because that does happen. We're all human. And like today, I didn't want to stand in the kitchen most of the day, but you know, gotta be grateful.
That's why I know that I won't get you.
And so another thing I wanted to show you that's new, which I forgot to do it last night, but I'm doing it now, is I like to fill out this little chalkboard that I keep on the countertop. I just put down like what we're having for breakfast, and if it's the weekend, like if there's anything for lunch, and what time we're having dinner and what we're having for dinner. Also, if there's like any activities going on later that day. And that really just kind of helps make sure that we're all on the same page and kind of just minimizes, you know, the never ending questions. Now the kitchen is reset from the morning. I'm just adding these flowers in the vase really fast before moving on to cooking, which I'm definitely I can buy myself flowers kind of girl. And I only say that, like Tyler buys me flowers, but I only say that because I just love always having fresh flowers around the home. It's just like that simple reminder to like slow down and enjoy the small things, which honestly is great on days like today where I feel like I'm constantly doing something. But anyway, I wanted to get started on dinner prep for tonight. We did have a basketball practice, which is really late. It's from 8 to 9. So of course it's going to be a CrockPot recipe. You know, I love my CrockPot recipes. But tonight I am making some bourbon chicken, which I'll have the recipe in the description box for you. But I just used some chicken thighs, brown sugar, soy sauce, apple cider vinegar. I used a 1/3 cup of bourbon, which I'm more of a red wine girl, but that's just what I used. Some minced garlic, red chili flakes. There are a few other things, but you just mix it around and then cook it on high for 4 hours, or you can cook it on low for 6 to 8, depending on how quickly you need it done. And I'll show you what it looks like at the very end, but it was seriously so good. Jaden loved it. I loved it. It was honestly one of the best crockpot recipes that I've tried recently. But now I'm just getting the kitchen, you know, reset and cleaned up again before I get started on baking some banana bread, which I already baked banana bread before, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I did want to have something ready for Jaden when he got home from school, just in case he was hungry and while he's doing his homework. But this time that I decided to make with the banana bread, I did use chocolate chips before, and we love chocolate chips, but I decided to try it with some peanut butter chips. And I'm not going to lie, it wasn't great. I mean, it was good. Like, I mean, the banana bread it's always good, but I just feel like it was better with the chocolate chips. I don't know. I mean, if peanut butter and banana is like really your thing, I mean, it might be good, but I used the Reese's peanut butter chips. And yeah, I mean, I'm never going to lie to you guys. Like, I mean, honestly, it might just be a personal preference. Like, I I think I just favor chocolate over peanut butter. How about you? And again, I'll have the recipe to this banana bread listed in the description box for you as well. But I don't know if I said this in the last one, but you do bake it on 350 for 1 hour. So it does take a little bit of time. So just make sure that you're, prepared for that, which of course it's bread. Of course, it's going to take a little bit longer, but I did fall a little bit behind on this day. So I ended up popping it in like right on time, like right when Jaden should be walking through the door. So it ended up working out, but still just make sure that you plan a little bit of time. But of course, I am playing catch up with the dishes. So if you have dishes in your sink too, then let's go. Let's get up and let's get them done together.
You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize. And that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got a style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time.
And while the bread is baking and the crock pot is cooking, I wanted to, get something done outside of the kitchen, which was like probably only 2 things. But first I wanted to give the floors a good VacMop. I don't know if I'm alone on this, but like seriously, every time that I bake something, like especially if it has like any type of flour, like I always get it everywhere. Like it always gets on top of the counters and on the floors. And I mean, honestly, you saw my mixing bowl situation. I really don't have a proper mixer. I should probably get one of those KitchenAids, but I don't know. I don't know if it's really worth the space because it does take a lot of space. So if you have a KitchenAid, let me know down in the comments, if you love it, if you think it's worth it. Honestly, I don't really mind the mess, but a KitchenAid might, make it a little bit easier.
It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life.
And here's an overview of the kitchen, and to remind myself it was clean, at least for 5 minutes, but I really needed to get at least 1 load of laundry done. I'm always playing catch up since our dryer went down, but my goal is to do 1 load of laundry every day from start to finish. Because when I do that, it really helps me keep up with everything, and so that I'm not spending an entire day trying to just catch up on all the laundry. Since I'm letting my clothes hang dry, I just wash 1 load and then fold whatever I have that's hang drying. And honestly, this system has been working out really well for me so far. I'm starting to think I don't need a dryer, but this is something that's honestly really manageable and that I can quickly get done even on our busier days. And next up on the list, I needed to get some work done. So just doing some voiceovers and edits from my last video, which was the extreme room clean out of what I call my Monica's closet. It was such a disaster. But if you haven't checked that video out, be sure to do that now. But I'm also updating my planner, checking up on work emails, replying to your comments, which I love when you guys comment, like when you take the time out of your day to say hey to me or catch me up with what's going on in your life. Like I reply to pretty much every single comment. So if you want to chat, like whether you have something exciting going on, if you're needing some encouragement or a prayer request, believe me, I am your girl. Just say hey in the comments. And by the way, this is how the banana bread turned out. Again, I stand by the fact that it is the best banana bread recipe. I just kind of preferred it with chocolate chips. But like I said, right on time, as soon as I was pulling the banana bread out, it was when Jaden came home. So the first thing I like to do is get him started on his homework and go ahead and get that out of the way, especially since we have sports later on. And so while he does that, which he didn't really need my help that much on this night because he just had math homework and he is really, really good with math. Like if it's something like English or history or science, he usually might have like a question or something, but just in case, I like to hang out around him. So since I didn't get to have my closet reorganized, I decided to instead tackle my pantry and just take out anything that doesn't belong in there and kind of just straighten everything up so it looks nice and organized. And so after homework was done and organizing the pantry, I got sucked back into editing and replying to comments. So it was a little after 5 o'clock at this point, but I'm getting started on our sweet potatoes, just giving them a wash. I'm going to put these on the side. By the way, look at the size of these potatoes. But I'm going to put these on the side of our bourbon chicken. Also rinsing off some green onions because those are going to go in the crock pot at the very end. But I'm going to cut the potatoes into like smaller pieces somehow because these potatoes are seriously massive. Honestly, I just kind of did my best with them. But when I make sweet potatoes, I like to make them in bulk because honestly, it's one of my favorite sides to meal prep. So I'll just leave them in the refrigerator and heat them up for like a snack or, you know, if we need something for a side. And again, I just love sweet potatoes. And now I wanted to get out my rice cooker to make the white rice for tonight. But first, I totally forgot to put some salt on my sweet potatoes and nobody likes potatoes without salt. Yuck. But the one thing that I had learned from making rice, because honestly it took me forever, is to learn the finger method as far as, you know, putting too much water in there. So it should go up to the first knuckle, the water, and then you should be good to go. Also, do not forget to salt your rice because that would be gross too. But while the rice cooker and the sweet potatoes and the crock pot finish up, I'm just going to hang dry all the laundry that's in the washer so that it'll be dry and clean for the next day.
You could say anything, but it could mean everything, 'cause you said it to the right person and they needed the compliment. But isn't it sickening? You can say you're in love with them, but it won't mean anything at all. But that's not your fault. Life's funny like that. You lose one thing, get another one back. You thought you knew, but it wasn't a fact. Know them your whole life, but it was all an act. There's no meaning, but like in the best.
Thank you so much for watching my 5 to 5 productive routine. I truly hope this video gave you tons of motivation to get up and tackle your to-do list today. Again, I will have the daily planner checklist as a free printable in the description box, as well as the recipes from today's video. Be sure to click the thumbs up button, subscribe before you go, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, loves.